Hello my ladies, today we will talk about sleep. Who doesn't like sleeping and who has problems with sleeping and who cannot go to bed at 4 a.m. or they go to bed at 4 a.m. Let's face it, everyone has their own routine, different kind of regime, different kind of work hours. And we all need to make sure that we get that sleep in because we can't live without the sleep. Then comes the water and then comes the food. So actually the sleep is number one. And let's dig in what's going on there so we understand it more a little bit. Okay, watch the video. So sleep is much more complicated than you think it is. Sleep can be divided in cycles and each cycle represents the phases. So the healthy cycle consists of 90 minutes. So that's 90 minutes, yeah, that's 1 hour and a half. This is your full cycle. And the healthy state would be if you complete those cycles 5 times over the night. So that would be if you want to calculate, you want to finish your let's say 4 cycles, then you will sleep for 6 hours. If you want to complete your 5 cycles, you will sleep for 7.5. My math is right? Yes, it is. So 7.5 hours, and then the next level goes 9 hours, which is me. I need 9 hours of sleep. If I sleep less, I feel a little bit more lethargic, but not everyone is the same. And if, for example, the people that are happy with their 4.5 hours sleep, it's fine. If they're happy with their 6 hours, it's fine because they complete those cycles which contain 90 minutes and then they are good to go. So in that one cycle, 90 minutes, 5 phases happen. And first of all, it's like you can compare it as climbing down the stairs. So there are like 5 steps. So first one is light one, you go deeper, then you go into deep sleep. And then the last is REM that goes into the dreaming state to get you back on the staircase so that you can do the same. So it goes back to the light, deeper and deeper. So throughout the night, this cycle keeps circulating till you wake up. So if, for example, if you go deeper into the sleep, then you are in the dreaming state. From that dreaming state, your body wants to take you back into the top stair. And if there are some noise happening, if there are like some cars passing by your house, then you will wake up. Most likely you will wake up. But when you are in this 4th or 3rd level, when you are in your deep sleep, nobody can wake you up unless it's like really something going on out there. So yeah, let's have a look a little bit more deeper now. Why sleeping is so important and more hours your cycles you complete better is simply because the memory retention happens there and also your hormonal reset and your body composition is also playing big, giving a big favor for you when you actually sleep, especially when you want to perform an exercise. I am a big believer of Chinese body clock, simply because I have observed from my clients that, for example, if they say, "Oh, I wake up during the night to go to toilet," my first question would be, "What time is it?" And then when they point at what time is it, during the consultation, I look what other symptoms or what other issues they would want to work on. And I'm like, let me check the Chinese body clock, because Chinese body clock divides each 2 hours in a body parts. So, and body organ parts, yes. So for example, 1 to 3 is liver. What happens like AM, what happens in between 1 to 3, the liver regeneration, the detoxification pathways are more active than in other hours. So that means if you sleep during these hours, you either like you reset, or also if you wake up in this time, your body will ultimately is basically can't cope with the toxic load, so it wakes you up in order for you to go to bathroom or just to wake you up, because while in a sleeping state it wasn't coping with it. So then I would check, okay, what's happening with the liver, what's happening in that area, let's improve it. And obviously first I will address diet, and then we need to, if the symptoms are not going away, then we will address some supplementation, some herbs that would actually assist with it. But first I always address the food. And I will just want to show you the slide where actually you can see this clock. So have a look. And this is the body's clock. As you can see, the liver is 1 till 3, then followed by lungs, then large intestine, stomach, spleen, heart. All this goes around the clock. So stomach is more active in the morning, 7 till 9. So basically what it means that 7 till 9, you want to have some water in it, so just to flush out. Just you want to get some food in until 9 o'clock, because then this is where your digestion will be more stimulated. And also what it does, it promotes better digestion for the rest of the day, because this you gave the best in those hours for your body. But in those hours, if you go for like coffee and you go for certain other substances like, I don't know, energy drink, Red Bull, whatever that is, some people crazy and they just need to keep going because there's a work performance they have to do, then actually slowly you might not notice any symptoms then, but then slowly after 5 years you might come and see me and I'm like, oh, what's going on? And I'll be, okay, this happened, let's change it and let's do something about it. So just saying that it's very important that each hour what we do, because we are connected with the nature, we also perform as nature performs, because we are part of it. You just need to understand it. You are not like alien, but you are a human being that needs those nutrients from the plant, and also you are one of them that also needs the sun. We are exactly the same. You should just think about it. Plants sleep during the night, regenerate, and then the next day when you wake up, they have grown. Exactly the same thing happens with our body. When we sleep, we regenerate, we detoxify, we do what we need to do. And the best thing is when you wake up in the morning, you go to the bathroom, and it's happening at the same time. It's better if it's in the morning, because all these detoxification pathways are well drawn in, and through the big colon we actually excrete all the things that your body doesn't need and want to get rid of it as soon as possible. That's why don't hold. If you need to go to the bathroom, don't hold. But this training is about sleeping. I don't know why I went there, but hey, I think you should know about it. How to improve sleep? Like, you realized, maybe you were not that on top of the game. How to improve? First thing, what you need to do is watch your hours when you go to bed and when you wake up. Ideally, in ideal world, you would like to go to bed at 11 o'clock and wake up at 7 or 8, and also remember about those 90-minute cycles. So you need to calculate these 90 minutes. This is where you will get complete cycles, and that means you will be awake and much more fresher. So what happens if you destruct this 90 cycle? So let's say you have slept 4 hours and you woke up and you're like, I'm still tired, I need to drink some coffee. You haven't completed the cycle. That's missing half an hour, that's 30 minutes from this REM, this reset cycle that you missed it. So that REM is now can be thrown in the bin, basically. Okay, so another thing you can do, you need to sleep in a cool temperature. Our body, when it goes to bed to sleep, the first thing is like you're going to the sleeping state, but you still kind of are awake. But then the second phase is when your body temperature cools down, and you can help it out by just making the room cool already enough. Then another one is that I would like you to make your room as dark as possible, because believe it or not, even your skin sensors, they kind of activated by light just coming onto your skin, and then your body is like, okay, maybe it's time to wake up, because we think that we need to wake up. Make it as dark as possible, that's what I'm saying. Or have some help with these ones. Actually, these quite help me, especially when I travel, but at home my room is very dark, so we put the blinds down, and that's the sleeping time, and I fall asleep within 3 minutes and it's done. And it's simply because I don't mix my sleeping environment with work environment. So another thing you can do is train your brain that this bed is for sleeping and not for working, and then your work desk is somewhere else, which is more productive. I don't know, but like chemically it works in the brain, it sets you down, and you don't eat at the bed, but you just leave it for sleeping only. This will enhance your falling asleep time, because a couple of times you will repeat it straight away. You'll be like in the bed, fall asleep. This will happen to me. I'm not just saying just like that. So I'm working here in the living room, and then the bedroom is only when I sleep, and I can't even read a book when I'm in my bed, because I fall asleep straight away. So I need to finish the book if I read in my living room. So this is how much I have trained myself for that. So then when I go on trips and traveling, then it's the same. So environment is really, really important. Now, I know what you say, PMers and AMers. So I am definitely an AMer, but there are also PMers, and there's nothing wrong with that. But they also, their performance is better in evening, and then morning people performance is better in the morning. And it's okay, we are all different. But if you want, you can slowly shift yourself into the AMers. So slowly bring your alarm in like 15 minutes each day, or maybe if you in a long term, so it's more realistic. So 15 minutes earlier for 1 week, then next week let's go for another 15 minutes down. So let's say if you always wake up at 12 p.m. and you want to change it, you will slowly want to wake up at 9 a.m. You will slowly decrease that waking time. So make sure you have alarm set, but our body likes to have regular timings when we sleep, when we eat, when we go to bathroom, and again back to sleep when we train. Even then our body gets used to it. It has this intelligence that it's already know when it's going to happen, so therefore it's already prepared. The same with food, the same with sleep. So if I'm going to bed always at 11 p.m. and if I'm out it's 11:30, I already feel my body is like getting into the sleeping state. And when I wake up, I don't need even an alarm. At 8 o'clock, I'm already awake, because 9 o'clock my body knows that I'm going to give it food. And if I slept a little bit longer than that, I actually wake up because I'm hungry, not because my body is finally awakened, because I already set the regular regime. So just like babies sleep, babies eat, they like to be in the same time. We need to train. Now we are adults, we're not babies anymore, so there's no mom that will dictate what time we'll go to bed, but we need to take charge. We need to be responsible for our future actions, and you can change it today, not tomorrow, but you can do something today to change it. Why sleep is important? Because this is where your body regenerates, and there are certain times that your body organs are more active to regenerate, restore itself, and therefore in the morning state it's better to receive some already, like for your stomach, as we spoke, some water, some food in, so then you are reset for the rest of it. It's like kind of cascade, goes around and around and around. You can improve your health is by having magnesium into your system before you go to bed, because magnesium also resets your adrenals, which is cortisol and insulin collaboration. So actually resets and puts it down into a relaxing state, so you are more calm out. But if you consume magnesium for long enough, I would say at least 3 months, you will notice the difference. Eat better. You want to make sure that you eat carbs during the lunchtime, when they give you calm and relaxed state. But in evenings, if you having these carbs that also give you calm and relaxed state, which most of the people they tend to, because it's evening, family time, I've been working so hard all the day and I'm not just want something to relax me, because that's what carbs do. They relaxes you by simply increasing serotonin levels, because carbs are the ones that increase that happy hormone, but sometimes this is not what actually need. Our body needs the real foods that contain tryptophan, which is like precursor for serotonin, the happy hormone that actually boosts us naturally throughout the day. We don't need to aim for carbs to have that boost, because carbs give us instant boost, because when we have the high carb meal, it draws all the chemical, it lowers all the chemical structure into our body, but actually the tryptophan stays up there, which sends this happy hormone. That's all we feel, a happy hormone. But this is not what we want. But also the carbs during the dinner time will spike up your blood sugars, and then when you go to bed, there will be rapid drop down, and you will actually can wake up because of that rapid blood sugar level down, and you will feel hungry. You need to boost up sugar levels up now. That's why make the dinner like slightly less carby, more protein, more salads, more fatty acids that will actually keep you fuller for longer and will give you that energy that during the night that will keep the blood sugar sustainable. And that's where when we had the training about insulin sensitivity, what carbs do to us, especially the ones that are high in glycemic, now you will actually understand how it affects also our sleep and what could cause us to wake up. For example, I had a glass of cocktail in very late, like 10 p.m. I went to bed. When I woke up at it was 2:30. And I know that these hours are liver, so 1 till 3. My body wanted to get rid of that alcohol, whatever the body did, try to just like get it out before I can regenerate you. And that's what happened. And I was like, oh yeah, I needed to drink more water so that my body can actually flush it out more efficiently. Because in the morning I still felt sluggish because my cycles were interrupted, and then the rest of the day was a little bit screwed. I can tell you that my body is very sensitive. I sense everything, and even that one glass affects me, or even whatever that food that I ate, just slightly, I am like a alarm. It wasn't good. Okay, it was good. This would happen, and it's great because it helps me to help you guys. If you're still waking up in those hours and you've done all the things that I mentioned before, try to now have a look at detoxification pathways. Maybe improve, maybe add some herbs, and so that your detoxification pathways are working enough. We'll do another training about that, but this is another one I wanted to add. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video about sleep. I wish you a good night's sleep and really work on those hours, and don't feel guilty that you are evening person, morning person, because we are all different and there's no formula that fits everyone. All I can say is that you can do something about it today, and that sleep has such an important role, not only because we have to sleep, because otherwise we'll be dead, but also because we regenerate the hormones, our body composition improves, that means shape and the rest. Bye bye for now, and see you in the next video.